Hi, Sagittarius. Thank you for being here. Welcome back. We'll go ahead and get your reading started. Let's go ahead and get into it, Sagittarius. Messages for Sagittarius. Very dramatic entrance. Okay, so you're coming out of sadness, which is awesome, Sagittarius. Could be feeling happier, or you could be taking yourself out of sadness, coming out of burdens, knowing how to prioritize your mind, your instincts, follow your passions. Maybe you're working hard at making a choice about something, planning for the future, making decisions. You might even be rejecting a love offer and deciding to hold on to something else, maybe, Sagittarius. Okay, it looks like you're going to enter the Ten of Cups with a new beginning, with personal happiness, which is awesome energy to be in. I think we'll just leave it there and go into some other decks. Sagittarius. Moon. Okay, we are on the new moon today, Leo new moon. The slumbering moon, when it rises near, means that great honors are bound to appear. Intuition and perception soar in the night. Emotions wax and wane in the moon's light. So this could be about manifestation, with your self-esteem, your self-love, your money, and your ability to socialize in your local community, commerce, anything like that. Kind of Lord Ganesha vibes. Let's go ahead and get some more. It's just for Sagittarius. Sagittarius people placements, please. Sag. Sagittarius. Okay, so it's a great time for you not to discuss much of your plans of what's going on right now. Maybe things, especially with the Mercury in retrograde, we have Gemini reversed here. Things could be going like stalled or backwards. You might have to take like a unique perspective when thinking about things at this time. Okay. Let's get some deeper messages for Sagittarius. Feeling called to this deck for you guys. Sagittarius people and placements. Okay. I think you've gotten that before. Maybe you're like shape-shifting into your desired reality, manifesting greatly at this time. Sagittarius. What's your card under that? Hunter, yeah. I think these cards have literally come out in your reading just like last weekend or something. So you're still kind of in that same frequency, which is awesome. It's a good frequency, which is great. You could be staying spiritually attuned as well. Let's see. Best advice maybe from this deck for Sagittarius. Best advice for Sagittarius people and placements. Okay, interesting. Two cards came out right over the Two of Wands. So we have Queen of Good Cheer and Knight of Canes. Okay, let's go ahead and see what the Knight of Canes is about. Knight of Canes, okay. Logical, blunt, and opinionated. In contrast to the Knight of Good Cheer, the Knight of Canes. Oh, this is Knight of Wands, right? You are Sagittarius, right? So you're taking that dynamic leadership energy, funneling your channeling that energy into something somewhere. With the Queen of Good Cheer, this could be some way of emotionally caring for yourself or making choices that put your own emotional care first, prioritizing spirituality as well. Let's get to the Queen of Good Cheer. Let's see. Okay, Queen of Good Cheer. She's got like a crystal ball in front of her, right? So loving, intuitive, and psychic. So you could be balancing these two aspects of your nature, going with the moon cycles, knowing when to pull back, how to proceed. It's a good time to kind of pace yourself at this time, not get burnt out since so many planets are retrograde. You could be pacing yourself, realizing that you need to tap into both intuition and your instincts at this time are really important, your animal instincts. So let's continue with the Knight of Canes maybe a little bit. Logical, blunt, and opinionated. In contrast to the Knight of Good Cheer, the Knight of Canes doesn't rely on their emotions to make choices. They are entirely logical. They will employ their mind rather than their hearts in all matters. Oh, this could be the Knight of Swords. Sorry. Oh, okay, so maybe maybe you're dealing with an air sign, or maybe you're approaching something in a really logical way, or making a choice about a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person. This person could be pursuing you as well. Okay, so let's see. They will employ their mind rather than their heart in all matters. So this could be somebody else around you, or this could be you balancing these two aspects of yourself, thinking logically but still tapping into the intuitive guidance that you receive. This can cause them to appear cold at times, but they can love deeply, albeit they may not be emotionally expressive. This is an individual who has a strong sense of what is right and wrong. They are courageous and bold and will stand and fight injustice. So rectifying karma, which is awesome. That's cool. And then the Queen of Good Cheer, loving, intuitive, and psychic. This is a person who delights people with their company. They are affectionate, who expresses beauty and who expresses deep and natural beauty. They can be infectious with good humor that causes others to feel good about themselves. Good humor. There is a maturity to their emotional expression. They allow themselves to be vulnerable at times, but only enough to demonstrate a natural empathy. Do not be fooled, for underneath the cool veneer, there can sometimes be a sensitive, often needy individual who is far more discerning than meets the eye. Yeah, okay. There could be a gateway opening up in some regard as well. Um, yeah, this could be at work or maybe in contracts, business, marriages. Um, looks like you could be considering a lot of serious choices in your life as well. But let's get some tea leaf before we jump too much ahead of ourselves. Sagittarius people and placements, messages for Sag. What do you need Sagittarius people placements watching this reading to know the most? Maybe it's a good time to kind of make sure that whatever, if you're hanging out with friends, that it's not adding more burdens to you, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, maybe you need to change your method in regards to your career or the way that you approach something. Maybe you should kind of reflect on your actions or your thoughts or your thought patterns. Um, you could be approaching things slowly but surely in order to get ahead. But it looks like things will succeed as the month goes on through August. So that's really good. Great worry over nothing. Maybe there were just fears. Saturn and Pisces, right? So romance is in the air as well. And then we have Sagittarius. Tell us more for Sagittarius. Maybe there's like a Sagittarius. It looks like things are changing for the better, especially as you let go of burdens, as you work on your health. Yeah, as you come to deeper understandings about it, Sagittarius. Oh, sorry, give me a moment. Maybe there's something that kind of boils over, so you kind of have to manage your emotions in regards to something. Sagittarius people and placements, please. Oh, perseverance, yeah. So maybe something you're like pushing through something or something like that. Neath here. Maybe we'll go ahead and pull that up, see more. All right, so it says here that she was the goddess of the cosmos, fate, wisdom, water, rivers, mother's childbirth, hunting, weaving, and originally war. Neath, the Egyptian goddess, the primary lordess, bearing her goddess symbols with crossed arrows and a shield on her head. The Ankh was the, and that's funny because we had some kind of like need to defend here, like defend a new beginning or or something of that. So definitely go ahead and look her up. Let me just pull this up. Yeah, so you could. I mean, apparently, she's the mother of all other gods. So, I think she was Ra's mother or something like that. So there is some kind of purification here that's happening in a new beginning, in some kind of sense. Coming out of bad health, maybe staying away from people with bad health that are only bringing you down or only impacting your health in negative ways, and making sure you're establishing boundaries. Sagittarius messages for Sag. Falling leaves 14. Let's go ahead and read that. Maybe you're staying at home. We are in Cancer moon, I believe. No, we're not. No, we're in the Leo new moon, right? Keywords: shedding, making space, and clearing blocks. So you could be hearing crows a lot. They could be, there could be symbols around you, lots of growth. Maybe you're just kind of tapping into the natural vibes that you're getting. Let go of things that weigh heavily on you. You deserve to take up space. This could be something to do with work as well or serving others. Your higher self chose this card because you're in a radical period of release that feels more like an unraveling. It's likely you're experiencing many endings in the form of lost friendships, breakups, moves, or other challenging changes that have you wondering, why is this all happening? First and foremost, know that you are not being punished or frowned on. All these changes are necessary for future growth and expansion, while unpleasant, you know the things that are leaving or only blocking success before. The loss of a job may inspire you to finally start your own business, or a health scare might be a wake-up call that prompts you to take your well-being more seriously. By the time this period is over, you will feel lighter, freer, and much renewed. Do your best to find light in every ending you're facing now. This is an excellent time to undergo personal lifestyle changes like a makeover, adopting a weight loss program, or enrolling in a dating app, or hiring a financial advisor. What's more important is making future decisions from an authentic place. It's time to get some clarity about the kind of life you'd like to have and what you need to manifest it, especially if you also called apothecary. So there could be things that are kind of, maybe we'll get a piece of advice from the familiars before we get too much into it. Maybe we can get some of these. Yeah, tell us more for Sagittarius people and placements. We have escape. Interesting. Pisces here energy. Maybe there's an aggressive Pisces around you. Let's see. Maybe there's like a want to chase a dream or something like that as well. or maybe you're just pouring into your mental, into your subconscious, into your psychic abilities and such. When this card is drawn in a reading, it may show the questioner's desire to please others to the exclusion of personal needs has placed him or her within a complex and uncomfortable relationship or situation. Mars in Pisces is very rarely a fighting aspect, and more often than not, eventually, when all other options fail, leads one to escape from the situation by any means available. So, I mean, you can see she's in a chariot being pulled by 2 cheetahs. There's angels around trying to expedite this. This removing, this movement. There's a fish. There's definitely a strong Neptune in this card. Using great energy to extract oneself from a tricky situation, working extremely hard for the benefit of others, and shutting one's eyes to the reality of a situation. This could be somebody you're dating. Yeah, maybe there's some kind of like home change or something. Let's get advice for this for Sagittarius. Best advice, please. Make a choice. Interesting. Tell us more. This is not very clear for Sagittarius. They're telling you not to leave it behind, though. Maybe there's like a need to push through it, make solid decisions, kind of let down one's boundaries or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. Let's get some more clarity from the Animal Oracle. Best advice for Sagittarius people and placements, please. Best advice for Sagittarius people and placements. What's the most important advice? 20 in the reverse. Let's see. Maybe there's some kind of concern over finances as well. Definitely a lot of fish energy here in these cards. Kind of nebulous energy, right? Maybe you're finding it hard to save money. When you most want to be acknowledged as right and see the other ways as wrong, Dolphin appears as a reminder that the story of your suffering and righteousness is a little more complicated than you're admitting right now. Do you want to see things in black and white and be rigid in your ideas of what's correct and what's not? Release rigidity and embrace fluidity of life as you recognize the grays that remind you there are 2 stories on every coin, an upside and downside, and a blessing in every challenge. What do you think is wrong may end up being right for you. So let Dolphin spirit soften your heart so that you can make the best decision at this time, playing with possibilities that present themselves. This could be something to do with the Gemini also, something about work or Virgo energy. There could be a Gemini that has bad health around you or something is kind of being hard hit by the Mercury retrograde. I mean, they are ruled by Mercury, so I would assume they would feel its effects a lot stronger. Retrogrades apparently mean that the planet is closer to Earth, so its effects are more strongly felt. And yeah. Let's see, Sagittarius, messages for Sagittarius people and placements. Transmuting pain, interesting. A lot of stuff to do about real estate here. Let's get some deeper messages for Sagittarius. Any cards from this deck for Sagittarius? Wise Salt in the reverse. So make sure you're making better choices or good choices, reflecting. Or maybe there's like you're worried that you're not making the right choice, but it says great worry over nothing here. So I think if you just continue to listen to your instincts, you should be guided the right way. That's just for Sag. Nebula, interesting. And Lightning. I think I've seen Nebula and Lightning come out last week for you, and I don't think I read it. So I think we're going to have to read it now because it's coming out a few times. Just seems very familiar in your readings. So let's see, Nebula. It's funny how when we just relax, the answers come, right? We just relax into knowledge. Let's see, 165. Disorientation, a funk or a lull. When the fog is present, nothing is clear, not even the problem. It's hard to orient oneself or know where you're headed. A distinctly damp mood blankets the laboratory. Fog can be surprisingly pleasant as a counter to drama, and therefore it can lull us to sleep for long periods of time. Maybe you're finding you need a lot more sleep as well. With its cooling nature, fog is a natural balm for pain and trauma, yet this state cannot sustain, for we long to see the horizon of our surroundings. There are 2 solutions. The first is heat. Think of sweating, desire, confrontation, passionate creativity. If that's too edgy, the second and inevitable solution is time. As they say, the morning fog burns off by noon. The sun will be seen again. How much time you spend in the fog is yet to be determined. Cooling the mind. The automatic response of I'm fine is fog personified into speech. Notice when you're saying it. See if it's possible to allow a little color and clarity in. So don't lie to yourself as well. When the fog is thick, reach out to a dear friend or mentor. Maybe you're finding like you're experiencing the Mercury retrograde a little bit chaotic and you could need to bounce ideas or communicate with somebody more grounded. It's important to get oriented and feel seen when you're within the alchemical stew. And we also have lightning. Let's read that. Maybe you're being called to lightning in general, like storms. There could be more storms. That kind of, that combination of water and fire combined, which is exactly what Mars and Pisces. Mars typically rules Aries, right, which is a fire sign. It's the start of the zodiac cycle. It's basically spring when the sun becomes stronger and hotter, and then it's combining with that water energy of Pisces. So, I mean, that's kind of like a storm, lightning through the storm, right? So let's see leucosis. 109. It's funny, we have to go with our instincts. If we don't go with our instincts, it's just silly. You have to go with your instincts even if it seems wrong to your logical mind. Perfectionism, facade, and hesitation. The stage of leucosis is a complex topic in alchemy. On one hand, it represents purification of the materials. On the other hand, it's the phase in which the alchemist may mistake the work as complete. On the surface, everything seems perfect, pristine, well thought through, and quite complete. In actuality, the alchemist has been tricked by their own facade of perfection. Their work has hardly begun. Righteousness and fear are the great errors of leucosis. Wow, this card arrives to remind us to get our hands dirty. No one is separate from the work or above anyone else. Rather, every alchemist is a kid in the laboratory, tinkering away with the elements of their life. No more fretting over your next move, fearing how others will perceive you. It's time to crack open, become who you are. The world needs your true colors. Mm-hmm. So this could be a time when you're being called to make choices as well. Working at something, investing in something. Leucosis is related to the alchemical operation of calcinatio. If these cards appear together, it's a sign that things may have calcified, implying a kind of buildup of rigidity. The blank canvas is a great example of leucosis. It's terrifying to start for fear of making a mistake. Today is the day. Make the mark, begin the work. So you could be making rituals on this new moon today, which would be a great time. Just write down at least the general themes of what you want if you don't know exactly, and maybe ask for guidance for that to come in. Maybe you're working on figuring out what that is for you. But let's get some chakras. Sagittarius, best advice for Sag. The fire within me burns through all blocks and fears. This could be in real estate or with a friend or with a Gemini. Yeah, some kind of marriage. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Maybe you're like relearning a strategy, or you're learning new strategies to approach things, like new methods of building things. Maybe there's a gateway opening up with shared finances as well, or maybe with the occult, learning more about the occult as well. I allow my creativity to flow through me freely. This could be using spirituality for finances or self-love or attraction magic. Yeah, definitely, to help a gateway come through. I express my love and goodness each time I speak. Yeah, this could be in your home life as well as your career. But let's see what's headed to you in your future. For Sagittarius, what is ahead in the future for Sag? Huh. You might not quite be starting anything new at this time, or maybe you're working on something in the past. Sagittarius, messages, what's in the future? Two of Swords, okay. The Sun, maybe a lack of clarity of some sort? Interesting. Let's get your best advice. How can we help Sagittarius towards a brighter, better future for themselves? King of Cups, okay. Support yourself before you can support others. Maybe emotional boundaries will really help. Tapping into your confidence, attracting with your instincts, with your love, with your energy. Queen of Wands here. You can always call on your natural confidence. Warmth, passion, enthusiasm, determination, adaptable, steady force, independence. So really, they're asking you to hold strong on yourself, maybe not bend or yield to others. Focus on your dreams and desires at this time. Continue to alchemize experiences mentally, and that's how you will have a strong, stable home life. There could be a water and fire sign joining hands in a sense, with the Queen of Wands and the King of Cups. Somebody here that's very dynamic. A woman could be wild and free, and a man that's maybe more reserved or contemplative, or like, I don't know. That's just for Sag. Sag 2. Ooh. Could be Pluto energy here, Scorpio too. That's also a water sign, right? So, okay, there could be miscommunications as well. So please be cognizant of that. Maybe things are not exactly clear at this time, to make good decisions. It could be a time to kind of still continue to reflect. Best advice for Sagittarius, people in placements. Best advice, please. Change in the wind. In finances, perhaps with Gemini, or with a new mindset. Okay. A sense that unseen change has been initiated. I mean, if you're doing rituals for the new moon, you could do this. You could send out a frequency that initiates change with spirits, with devotion and such like that. Preparation for a storm, awareness that your plans are not on firm ground, and feeling a shift, uncertainty about which direction the winds will blow. We're in such a strong retrograde phase, even in Saturn, which rules structures, is in Pisces, and Pisces is a zodiac sign far beyond Capricorn season, right? So it's a master. It can basically dissolve any boundaries. The rock gets eroded with water through time. So there's not really a strong, it's a better time to tap into intuition, the subconscious, and come to new realizations and structures that we can put mentally in so that we can make the right moves in reality. When you know the force is kind of like designing like a bridge that needs to withstand like a hurricane or something, right? It's the kind of vibe. We don't just go out there and start playing with sticks because we can't. We're gonna die if we try to do that. So we have to do it on a computer or mentally first before we build the structure that we think will work. But anyways, okay, let's see. Feeling a shift, uncertainty about which direction the winds blow. It's human nature to yearn for certainty or resist change, to want the world to remain consistent like a zebra's stripes, yet nothing in the human experience is black and white, nor will anything remain static. The one thing guaranteed is change. Now is a time of transformation as outer conditions are temporarily moving out of sync with your desires or expectations. So stay the course and remember that even storms serve to clear the air, scatter seeds, and nourish the soil for better things ahead. Life is about to get interesting. Anticipate it with curiosity as you wonder what is coming on the shifting winds. The unknown is where the magic lies. Okay, relationships go through periods where partners seem out of sync with each other and stormy emotions and moods threaten to take down the ship. Perhaps someone has a change of heart and leaves. These rough seas offer opportunities for mutual growth and a way for you to understand your own heart better and to know that what you need to be truly happy. Rest assured that whatever's happening now, good will come from it. Take temporary shelter and remove yourself from the drama. The air will clear and everything will be fresh and new. This too shall pass. As you endeavor to create a prosperous life, you may encounter unexpected reversals that cause you to shift directions. This is a good thing, so there is nothing to fear. Perhaps an opportunity you sought went to somebody else. Perhaps you pursued something that you suddenly realize is not your highest good. You might not be 100% sure where you need to go, but you are certain that things are not going as planned. Circumstances are not in your control right now, so wait it out. All will be well, even better actually, so trust. I mean, I always find that there's like weird, chaotic circumstances that come during retrogrades, and that's actually usually a good thing because we get stuck in old methods and old ways, and then these retrogrades come along, kind of like shake us out of them into better. So let's get some more messages for Sagittarius, people and placements. Any other messages? Where are they being impacted? Neptune could be dealing with a Pisces, could be dealing with confusion or idealization of something. Maybe you're idealizing somebody from work, or maybe your work situation in general, how you serve the community. Are you being respected in this regard or not? Is there somebody aggressive in these places? Maybe there's like a transformation, a deep transformation that's happening in regards to your beliefs, your spirituality, utilizing the occult to help you tap more into abundance and wealth. We'll get a few of these. Sagittarius, messages for Sagittarius, people and placements. Sagittarius energy. And the last messages, most important messages, please, for Sag. We have 60. Somebody here is older, could be a Pisces, could be a masculine. Sagittarius, messages for Sag. Respects you. Somebody here respects you, could be the Pisces, messages for Sag. Maybe they're communicating this. So they could be a control freak. They could be a bad cook as well. Messages for Sagittarius. They could want to be your friend, and they could be planning something for you as well. Did we already pull one of these? We might have. Yeah, I think we did. But we'll see. Sagittarius, messages for Sag. Any other messages from this deck you'd like to convey? The Tear, the Mother, and the Reverse, the Mountain. Maybe there is a sense of melancholy that's like, you do need perseverance to push through it almost, because you need to stay on the light side of life, basically. Messages for Sagittarius, people and placements. Like maybe there's a need to let go of something in order to actually succeed. If Sagittarius needs to let go of something, what are they letting go of? What is Sagittarius needing to let go of? Some kind of home situation, maybe. There needs to be like a truth or clarity about this, or new strategy or new analysis of a home situation is what I'm seeing here, for something that you need to let go of or strategize or keep hidden or keep secret or talk to an Aquarius about or something like that. Let's see your future now. Let's see your future. This future for Sagittarius again, please. This future. So karma, the wheels turning in your favor, perhaps. With time, things become clearer. Messages for Sagittarius, Sagittarius future. What does that mean? Why was that there? Sagittarius' future. Okay, you could be making a choice about somebody that you feel emotions for. Tell us more. Yeah, you could be deciding to pursue maybe a new self-love or other love beginning, maybe a relationship, a marriage. Sagittarius, people and placements. Ceremony. You could be doing ceremonies and rituals. Candle magic on the bottom of the deck there. So number 4. Ceremonies are rites of passage that mark the end of one way of being and the beginning of a new journey. We see them represented in birthdays, graduations, or in case of magic, a series of steps that direct energy towards your desired intention. To perform a ceremony is a pledge to transcend your former self so that you may become wiser and more powerful. You have pulled ceremony because you are ready to rise to a new level of being. Where you are now is much too small for who you're becoming. You are ready to expand and to start reaching for bigger goals. Don't be afraid of your power, for you are destined to do and have more extraordinary things. If ever you doubt yourself, know that you have earned your seat at this new table through the lessons, challenges, and hardships you have previously endured. You may wish to perform a ceremony of your own to cement your commitment to a new direction. And that could be a new real estate direction, to a new money, financial direction as well. Maybe squirreling away savings and such. But I hope you like this reading. I think I'm going to end it there. Please hit like, comment, share, subscribe, or hit Buy Me Coffee link if you want to leave a tip. Thank you so much. Take care.